smile.
Well, hello. What a pleasure. Welcome to our home. Oh.
Hello, New York City, and welcome to Vlogoween. My name is Happy Black Legends, and thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. So this is a bonus video. I was not planning on this topic, actually, but it came up and I thought it fit perfectly with the Vlogoween theme. And it's a bonus little video to say thank you guys so much for watching, for joining me on this Vlogoween journey. It has been so much fucking fun, like you can't believe, and to finally, you know, spend months of time and research and some money on this, and to finally have people viewing it and responding well to it really warms my heart. So thank you guys so much for interacting with this fun series that I have. So grab your tea, y'all, because this video... You guys like my mug? I actually got this at Goodwill yesterday with a friend. So, oh, also, I have some pretty exciting news. The tea that I'm drinking is from a company called Tessie's Tea. I'm drinking their ginger tea. I featured this tea on my channel a few videos ago. I think it was my Dragging YouTubers video. And I'm not sponsored by them, but I do have a code. I have a link. So if you guys would like to support me, support a Black-owned tea company, check out the link down in the description below. I am drinking their ginger, like I mentioned. This is really exciting for me. This is a bit of a tangent. This is really exciting for me because this is a company that I've been supporting since like I was 17 or 18, so that's like 4 years, and I love their teas. I'm hoping that they do expand with their flavor options in the future, but if you guys really like tea, I highly recommend. I have a link down in the description below. It is an affiliate link, so if you click on it, I get a piece commission. I have to tell you that. Thank you so much. Anyways, let's get started with this video because I've been talking and it's really fucking annoying. I'm so sorry. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about Tim Burton, and I recently found out some things about him that have kind of changed my perspective on the man and his work, and it's kind of made me reevaluate him. And I thought it would be fun as a bonus that while I am talking about this man, I try to transform myself into one of my favorite characters from one of my favorite films of his, and that is Emily from The Corpse Bride. A few disclaimers. I am not a makeup artist. If you have been watching Vlogoween, you've seen some works that have turned out better than planned, and then you've seen some absolute bullshit, okay? This, I am hoping, looks decent, but I am not a makeup artist. I am also not going to paint my neck or my collarbones, my clavicle, because I do not want to get homemade, expired, you know, cream grease makeup on my white shirt that I purchased from Target. I would rather not do that. So let's get started on this video. So, Tim Burton, for those of you guys that don't know, is an American filmmaker, and he has been in the scene for decades. Like, probably twice as long as I've lived, he has been involved in film. He has many films that are beloved by many. Some of my favorites of his, of course, Edward Scissorhands, all the Halloween ones, like, you know, Corpse Bride, what's the other, Beetlejuice, like, you know, he has a very interesting aesthetic, sort of, you know, goth, creep factor. I don't want to call him the Edgar Allan Poe of filmmaking because that's not necessarily true in my opinion. However, that's kind of how I feel about him, is where you can look to him for sort of quirky horror, you know, takes. And as someone, you know, of myself that likes that, you know, genre, I'm here for it. Like, actually, this happened like 3 years ago, and I'm shocked that I never like heard about this. A few years back, Tim Burton was asked, like, outright, like, you know, on diversity and the lack of diversity in his films. Because Tim Burton is known for casting, well, he kind of casts the same people, but he cast like really pale, you know, Victorian looking ass actors, Johnny Depp, Helen Bonham Carter, who was his partner. I don't know if they were ever legally married, but I don't think they're together anymore as of 2020. I really don't know. He kind of, you know, got asked, like, why is that? Why is there such a lack of diversity in your films? And here's what he had to say about that. The thing about this quote that, like, really takes me out is, like, but things either call for things or they don't. Like, that's an interesting aspect, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it because when he does cast black people, it's very interesting choices that he makes, and it's very interesting that he's saying, I see that black people should fit in this role. The Brady Bunch comment, I'm not even gonna address because I'm just not doing that. I'm not doing that. That is such a dumb thing. That is literally so dumb. How are you gonna get offended about a family expanding their family and then call that, like, PC bullshit? First of all, if you want to have that conversation, there are a lot of ethnic people who have problems with white people, adopting children of color. If you really want to have that conversation, for valid reasons, in my opinion, and other reasons not so valid, this is not that video, this is not that discussion. But if you really want to have that conversation, there are a lot of people on the left that actually have an issue with that. So I don't even know what what were you trying to convey? What were you trying to say? It just doesn't make sense. By the way, I didn't actually have, like, a shade of blue to match Emily's, like, dead skin tone. So I just had to mix blue grease paint with cream makeup, white cream makeup. So that's how I got this color. Because this kind of looks funny, in my opinion. I grew up watching blaxploitation films. For those of you guys that don't know what that is, it's this genre of film that was sort of popular in the 70s, and people say that blaxploitation films kind of ended with The Wiz, which starred Diana Ross and Michael Jackson, just to name a few of the actors. I love The Wiz, but a lot of people didn't like that movie. I fucking love it. Whatever. Blaxploitation films were typically films with a black cast, and they were sort of shown, a lot of it was like detective movies, and they were really cheesy, and they were kind of, honestly, like, offensive. But the thing was, there were no other options for black people, and it was like, okay, am I going to be in an offensive movie with a black cast, or am I going to be in an all-white cast playing, like, a slave-maid secretary, bumbling idiot, whatever-esque character? So those were kind of the options. And like I said, they were very, very cheesy films. And he's saying, well, I watched those films without saying that there should be white people in them. Why would there be white people in a genre of film that was created because black actors didn't have, the privilege or the option of just being in a normal movie? Like, why would there be white people in that? That statement just doesn't make any sense. Truth be told, Tim Burton is not this genius that he's sort of been allowed to get away with, and it kind of made me realize, it kind of made me think about, like, our standards and how, like, certain people can get away with being praised for literally the bare minimum. And that's just the truth of the matter, and I see that in this situation personally. So that statement was stupid. But that statement sort of came about because Samuel L. Jackson was casted as the villain character in his 2015 film, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children or Lost Children, something like that. I saw that movie. I wasn't really into it. I don't really remember much of it. I think I was sick and I was falling asleep while I was watching it. I really don't remember much of it. I do remember just not really thinking it was all that great. And around this time, Tim Burton was really, betting on this movie because he was having sort of, a sea of movies that weren't doing well in theaters. So he was really wanting this one to do well. Oh, I just realized I don't think I'm supposed to put blue around the eyes. And I just did. Well, child, you make decisions in life. You do things in life. Things get done. Life happens. Eyes burn. And you just keep moving on. And Samuel L. Jackson, bless his heart, he was straight up asked, like, why do you think that Tim Burton has, like, no niggers in any of his movies? And, Samuel L. Jackson was like, yeah, I do struggle to think of other black people in his movies. And Samuel Jackson said,
I may have been the first. He said, I don't know, or the most prominent in that particular way. But it happens the way it happens. I don't think it's the fault of his method of storytelling. It's just how it's played out. Tim's a really great guy.
Bless your heart, Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson is like, Samuel Jackson, I think, is actually one of the highest paid Hollywood actors, and that's because he constantly stays gigged up. Think about it. Think about how many fucking Samuel Jackson movies and roles that you can think of. Like, think about it. The man is in everything. And so I don't blame him for saying that. I don't blame him for not wanting to burn bridges. And I don't blame him for trying to be polite about the whole situation. I don't blame him for that. However, here's where the debate comes in. Is it outright racist for Tim Burton to not cast black people in a lot of his work? In my opinion, I'm just going to say yeah, straight up, flat out. And I think it's interesting that he says, you know, it either calls for or doesn't. Let's look at the black people that are, you know, that you can find in his films. Now, I found this on Quora.com. You know that website where people ask a question and then people answer it? Whatever. So, someone asked, like, why do people think that Tim Burton is racist? And this bloke from the UK fucking commented. And, y'all, I couldn't. I literally just, let me take a sip of my tea. Okay, so this bloke, this idiot bruv, this Spoon's patron ass. Oh my god, did this thing just burn out? Oh my god, I think it just burned out. Like, some of these look black. I use these to power these. I am not Bob the Builder. Let me unplug this. Hold up. Ah, come undone, please. Oh, you're gonna make me put this shit down. Anyways, let's read what this bloke had to say. Why do some people believe Tim Burton is racist? Because he doesn't cast black people in his movies. Okay, so I'm gonna do an accent. I don't know where he's from in the UK, but I'm going to do, like, just a really spunky accent, whatever comes to mind. Because some people are misinformed, vexatious morons who can't be bothered to do any research. It's really not that hard to find examples of black actors working in Tim Burton movies. Okay, so that's what that bloody bloke had to say. And this dude, I just sneezed. Actual snot just came out of my mouth from laughing that hard. So gross. Let me clean myself up. Hold up. Oh my god. I done got makeup on my Target shirt. This dude really went and listed like 8 people. 8 black people. 8 Negroes. 8 Negroes. First of all, they were all men, which I thought was really interesting. I was like, wow, so Tim Burton just, he can't see black women at all in his films. At all. Period. But I just thought this was so interesting to me, because it's like, do you really think that 8 people in a man who has decades worth of movies that came out when my mom was my age, do you really think that this man, that like 10 black, like less than 10 black people in decades worth of career in his movies is like, do you think he deserves a medal for that? Like, that's not good. That is questionable. That's weird. That's very weird. And to be fair, the man isn't really representing white people that well, because he cast the same 3 white people. So if you're gonna be fair, I mean, like, you know, that's just kind of who he is. I get it, whatever. But I thought that was such a weird response. Was like, he has Negroes. He's got Negroes in his movies, love. You're just not looking hard enough. And it's like, okay, well, he has, like, you listed 8 people. So let's look at these 8 people that he listed. Let's look at what Tim Burton says calls for black actors. Let's look at the roles that he has for black people. And to be fair, there could be more than this. There could be totally more than this. I'm just going based off of these people. There could be more black people in Tim Burton's films, but I just want to show you what Tim Burton thinks black people, you know, deserve in his movies. So first of all, some of these people that he listed, you never actually see their faces because they play animated characters. One of them plays the Oogie Boogie Man from Nightmare Before Christmas, so a villain. One of them is, hold up, y'all. When I saw this, the laugh I had, the ridiculous laugh I had. This is just, it's comedy, yo. It's comedy. You can't even be like, I don't know, man. You just get to a point, at least with me, like, I've dealt with so much discriminatory bullshit in my life where when I see something that's just so funny and stupid, I just literally just have to laugh. Like, I'm not even upset about it. It's just funny. It's just straight up funny. It's fucked up, but it's funny. One of them plays an ape in Planet of the Apes. That's just funny. Sorry, that was my mouth. I have air gets trapped underneath my lips because your girl has naturally beautiful thick lips thanks to my lineage, and air gets trapped in my mouth, and sometimes in my mouth, like, I have a very loud smile. Like, sometimes when I smile, it's like did you guys hear all that? That was just my mouth. Like, that's just, anyways, sorry, that's like a tangent. And then the other few people are mostly background characters. And then Samuel Jackson is Mr. Barron, who he plays a villain in that movie. And then another character who's faceless is the narrator in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But that's pretty much it. And I don't know. I don't want people to just, like, cast black people just to fucking cast black people in their movies. Like, I don't believe in that, because then you get really bad work and it's rushed, there's no love, there's no thought. But I just think it's odd. I think it speaks to privilege that you don't think of black people. That's the issue. It's the inherent racism. It's not outward, but it's the fact that you're saying it either calls for it or doesn't. How do you not visualize different people in your work? How do you not visualize people with different experiences in your work? It's because you are surrounded by and you consume things by only a certain type of person. And that's what you know. And I'm saying that from my own experience. Look, I grew up, let's get real. Let's get real right now. I grew up in a very white neighborhood, very racist, which is hilarious because I'm in California. So you would not think that, like, some of the experiences that I've had here is some bullshit that you would think happened, like, in the South somewhere. You just wouldn't think California, you know? But oh no, we got our mess out here for sure. I'm moving on to eyeshadow now. Now here's where things start to get a little serious. I grew up in a very, very sheltered area, and I only watched and consumed things made by Caucasian people. That's what I watched. A lot of my interest, you know, black people weren't represented in that. Things like theater. And, you know, I grew up in a very white neighborhood, and I was ashamed to be black. I hated being black. I hated being black so much. I was embarrassed. I hated my skin. I wanted to be white so bad. If I could have snapped my fingers and had been white, like age, like 12 or like 11, oh, it would have happened. It would have happened. Like, There's not even a question. It just would have gone down. I would have figured it out. It would have happened. And that's a shame because now I love being black. Like, I am so proud to be black. I am amazed by my people every day. I love being black. But what happened? How did I get to that point? Well, I started to be more active on social media. I started to interact with more black people on Tumblr. And I started paying attention to blackout days. And I started, following more black people. And I surrounded myself with things that were missing from my environment. But just by doing that, I gained self-love. I gained appreciation for my race. I gained appreciation for who I am, my culture. And that was new for me because I hated myself for so long. I hated that aspect of, being dark, especially. Oh my God, I was dark-skinned too. Are you kidding me? Like, I hated it. I was really, ashamed to be black, y'all. Like, truly, truly ashamed. You know what? I'm just gonna go over my natural eyebrows instead of doing what I was originally gonna try to do, which was actually, completely cover the eyebrow. I'm just gonna try to fuck it up. Oh God, I get so scared with the eyebrow. But yeah, I don't want people to just, make their characters black just for clout points. I hate that shit. And I don't think a lot of people realize that people of color and minorities, we hate that shit. We see that shit. But I'm just saying, if you are claiming, oh God, see, this looks so bad. Jesus, Lord help me. If you're casting black people as, apes and villains constantly, or just background, characters that don't really have much to do with plot, or add anything to the story, that's weird. That's noticeable. And that's why people are asking you about it. And again, this man has had a career for decades. It's not like this is just some new thing. These eyebrows are absolutely bad. I just don't know how to fix them. Okay, I went too curved. That's the issue. I just need to go more slanted. Let me see. And then I just need to kind of fill it out a little bit more. Did I make that worse? I don't know. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, I think this is going to be one that turns out bad. I'm sorry, y'all. I tried my best. Alright, next I have to... Oh, shit, don't turn off. Now I have to contour the nose. And I'm going to do mascara, but I'm also going to... I'm going to try to do, little lashes down here because her eyes are really circular and big. And she kind of has that going for her. And then I'm going to do a little bone thing right here for my nose. I'm just going to kind of... But yeah, what do you guys think? I don't know if... I think he's an ignorant fool, for sure. I think he's very ignorant. And I am looking at him kind of weird. That does not look like a bone. Okay. It's okay. It's fine. Okay, and then her cheekbones. A zid for the gods. So, I'm gonna go in with some... I have some cheekbones, I think. They're not they're not the greatest of things. Because I do have kind of fluffy cheeks. But yeah, I've always wanted to see, black people in Tim Burton movies for sure. I've always wanted to see that. I love horror, and I love his aesthetic, and I love that sort of whimsical, quirky, dare I say, I'm here for it. I am personally here for it. But the comment is very stupid, and it kind of made me look at him twice. It definitely made me look at him twice. And it kind of made me go, I am no longer really interested in you or anything you have to say. And that kind of sucks. This happens a lot, you know. I am a part of many groups that are marginalized in different ways. And this happens a lot where I really like someone's work and then they say something offensive or say something stupid. And it's just kind of hard to get past. It kind of puts a damper on the fun that I was having with their creativity and their art. And it just kind of is sad and disappointing. For sure. But you know what I say? A black Tim Burton will be born and it'll be great. My nose does not look like a bone at all. Like, I don't know what I was doing. It kind of just looks like a mouse. Oh my god, this is getting worse as I go on. I don't look anything like this bitch. I don't know how to look more like her. I don't have, like, a wig. Sorry, I have flowers, but I don't have a wig. And she has bangs, kind of, but I'm not parting the afro. That looks hella stupid. Like, hella maddening dumb. Maybe if I just kind of... just stay there, friend. Okay. Ooh, child. This looks so bad. Oh my god, this just looks terrible. It's just funny. My eyeshadow isn't dark enough. I want it to be more dark. But I don't know how to make it darker because maybe I can't really put the issue is I can't really put you're not supposed to put the blue grease makeup on your eyes, and I've kind of already done that, but because it was mixed with the cream makeup, it's not going to burn out my eyes. But yeah, because see, her eyes have like depth and my eyes are lacking that right now, like, but also I don't really have good my like ooh, this was a bad idea. This was a very bad idea. Oh my god, this was a bad idea. Okay, wait, maybe it wasn't. I can't really see that well, so maybe this actually wasn't a bad idea. Maybe I needed to do the black to add depth. Or no, maybe this just looks stupid and it was a bad idea. You know, I don't think it looks good, but I think it gave me sort of what I was looking for was that skeleton like look. And her eyes are circular. You know what? I'm not like the happiest I could be with this. I'm really not, but I'm also not like this isn't upsetting me that much. I would love to see like someone with a similar aesthetic do what Tim Burton does and cast black people. Also, black people would fit in so, like, just visually, dark-skinned people would fit in so well with Tim Burton's aesthetic, just visually, like those blues and oh my god, are you kidding me? And like, first of all, black goes with everything. So I really don't understand when people are like, oh, like, I don't see black people in my aesthetic. What are you talking about? Also, black people, do you know how many shapes and sizes we come in? Do y'all know how many shapes and sizes and origins? There's not just one kind of black person. I mean, it's not like Emily, in my opinion. It's just kind of like something else. I don't even know. But let's contour the nose and let's get over it. We just contour the nose, baby, and everything will be fine. I'm not happy with this, but I'm also not terribly angered. I'm a libertarian about this. Okay, all I have left to do is lip gloss flowers, and then I want to do, yeah, I'm going to do it. I want to do, like, you know, the little eyeshadow specks right here. My original idea for this video was just to talk about the racism, or, you know, the alleged racism, or how, you know, whatever, the discrimination, the lack of representation. But I thought it would be fun to do an Emily look, but also, like, this is very hard, and y'all already know, like, I'm truly not I'm not like a makeup artist. I don't wear makeup ever in my real life, ever. Like, most of the makeup I own is all this expired, like, Halloween makeup, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm trying to act like I have some sort of talent. I don't. I have no makeup talent whatsoever. So this is just for fun, like. But also, Emily is so pretty. Like, I don't remember when I saw Corpse Bride. It's one of those movies that have always kind of been in my memory. I know we went to go see it in theaters, but I don't think we went to go see it in theater releases. I think they were playing it. You know how movie theaters do that sometimes, where they'll play, like, certain movies in the theaters. But yeah, I don't even remember when I saw this movie. It's been in my life for very long. Oh, you know what also? I wanted to kind of wear butterfly wings because, well, if you've seen the movie, then, you know, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but, because I do have butterfly wings around here somewhere. Oh god, her eyelashes look chunky as hell. This is getting worse, just the more I keep trying to fix it. And there goes my stomach growling again. Okay. You know, I don't have my glasses on. So I'm sure it's a lot more forgiving for my eyes than it is for you guys. And if I'm thinking it's okay, it's probably terrible, you know? Like, sometimes I'll be editing, like, one of these makeup looks, and I'll go, that's not so bad. And then I'm editing with glasses on, and I'm like, bitch, you look terrible. Like, really terrible. Judge Taeleor. Okay. I think next I'm gonna do the flowers, and then I'm gonna do the lip gloss, and then I'm gonna do the, what am I gonna do? Oh, the butterfly wings. I want to add the butterfly wings, because the butterfly wings are just fun. I'm not mad at this. I'm not. I'm just going to do this pink, and then I'm going to do a lip gloss on top. I'm going to link this lip gloss down below. It's made by a friend of mine who owns a lip gloss company. Not sponsored, just supporting. Not sponsored or partnered or anything like that. I'm just out here supporting a friend, that's all. And I really like her lip gloss. I do love, like, if I do get into makeup, it would probably just be like lip stuff, because I have a good canvas here, you know? I have a good big canvas. And I've always wanted to get into lipstick and, like, lip glosses. Because I just think it's so much fun. Because Emily has a pink gloss look on. Okay, so I got the butterfly wings on just for fun, y'all. Can we just have some fun? I was very disappointed by this, like, actually, when I found out about it. It kind of hurt my feelings. I ain't trying to lie. Basically, when people say things like that, what they're saying is they don't think of black people. They don't see black people as black people. We're not a thought to them. We don't matter. And it's not just black people. When people say things like that, it affects a lot of minorities. Like, I just talked about disabilities and horror movies and, you know, how that affects society and how that affects our interpretation of people with disabilities. It's an issue just across the board with marginalized groups. And it's also just disappointing to hear that someone whose work, you know, you've previously supported or whose work has helped shape your interests doesn't really see you or think of you ever. That is like, wow, that's painful. But what do you guys think? Like I said numerous times in this video, I don't want people to just make a black character just to fucking do that. We don't need that, okay? However, it does send a message when you say things like it either calls for or doesn't. And the roles that you see black people in, or that you feel, you know, or the roles that you cast black people in, and it's like, you know, apes or villains or faceless narrators, you know, it's just kind of weird. So that's the tea on Tim Burton. What did you guys think of my Emily interpretation? I know the wings are a little extra, but like I said, if you saw the movie, you know what I'm doing. I kind of like it. I'm not wearing glasses, so that's why I like it. I'm going to get going. My patrons are going to get special access to me taking all this down and sort of like a quick little behind the scenes, you know, little sesh, if you will. So if you want to be a patron of mine, the link for that is down below. Thank you guys so much for watching Vlogoween. I can't express that enough. I just truly can't. And thank you guys so much for clicking in on this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, y'all. Bye.